Hey, so I thought I hadn't colored anything this month, but apparently I have. So let's take a look, shall we? All right, first up we have oh yeah, maybe I should put them into piles because I did a lot in my Color Your Hoard list. Sorry, I haven't prepared this in advance, but hey ho. Something like that. Okay, so these are the Color Your Hoard books. Maybe there's another one, but yeah. So and all of these, no, 2 of them are new and 2 of them are old ones. So I've been a good girl. But yeah, in Mein Reise durch Europa, this was a new one for me. I have colored this one. And yeah, I quite like it. It's Inkstens with polychromos on top. And I took inspiration from Rita Berman colored picture. So the blue rooftops, for example. And yeah, and the fact that it's more colorful than I'm used to. And I'm a bit proud. I didn't go for gray houses. Hooray! Let's see if I can autofocus this again. Yeah. Yeah, it's Inkstens and pencils on top and a bit of silver gel pen. And it was a lot of fun. I love it. I almost felt like doing another one directly in that style, like in this colorful style. We'll see. Hopefully I'll do more next month. Next up, we have another new one for me. It's Colors for Life by Angela Gonzalez. And yeah, I did this one. I did this one in the beginning of the month when I was feeling a bit stressed. So maybe I should zoom in. Could I do that? Oh no, we'll see. Okay, and then autofocus again. There we go. Okay. So, sorry, you're like on for the ride of my adventures here on YouTube. Yeah, a lot of fun. Water-based markers, some pencils, some stickles, some with Constella on her tail, if I remember correctly. And yeah, oh, and her face is weirdly blended. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but that's because it's. I tried blending with the alcohol marker, and I probably should have gone over and shaded with pencil, but I think it's fine, and I kind of like it the way it is. So there we go. It's a lot of fun. I for some reason I expected the paper to be better in here, but so it feels like normal copy paper. But the designs are so wonderful. Yeah, love that. So one in that one. And then I have an old book that I finished, an old work in progress in, and it's for my Color Your Hoard as well, so I hadn't colored a single picture in this one. It's Dusk Magic by Ulla Tunnell, or Ulla, I don't know if it's Ulla or Ulla in Finnish, but yeah. This one! I think I showed this in my Color Your Hoard video. And it was work in progress for a long while, and I finally did it. The thing that was kind of having me a bit unsure was what colors to do the clothing, and I went for these these weird colors, I guess. I kind of like giving her these pink hair, so she's a bit of a rebel out slaying dragons. I like that. I did put in the pupils in her eyes. But I didn't put it in the dog size. I kind of feel like this. Oh, and there's some glitter gel pen on this page as well. Let's see if I can. I don't know. Maybe you can see that the dog size anyway are glittering, and I like that. I like. I think I've already gushed enough about this book. I love this book. The paper is wonderful, thick and nice. So yeah, really happy about coloring something in this one. And look at how bright and shiny it is. It's wonderful. Okay, Next up, I finally, and finally want more. Like, I mean, this has been a work in progress for years and years. But I finally finished it. My picnic scene. The only thing I had left was the food. And apparently, or I'm guessing that the reason that it took me so long is that, you know, with food, it's kind of like, or let's say, with trees and, you know, scenery and stuff and even skin color and stuff like that, I have no problems with thinking outside the box and going for what feels fun. But with food, I feel like I'm stuck at wanting it to look like real food. And that was like the issue. So, like, you know, it's no fun coloring stuff which I already knew what color I had to do with. So yeah, I mean, it's of course, like here I went for a realistic scenery also, but at least I had a choice to go something different. Yeah, but anyway, I'm happy with how it turned out, or at least I'm happy that it's done. The wine bottle was a bit, maybe I could have gone with another color except for purple, but it's fine. And yeah, I don't even remember what, or let's see, I think it's a base of Inktense and then Polychromos on top. There is Posca in the shadows, both with the purple Posca over here and then it's green Posca in the trees. There's some blue Posca in these flowers, some yellow Posca there. There is some glitter gel pen, I don't know if that's even visible, but in the patterns here. And yeah, the rest, the food is done in just Polychromos. And I'm so happy that I did it. Oh, it's like a weight off my chest. So there's a lot of in here that I like also that I want to do. Like for example this scene with the little cat. I'm always drawn with to scenes where there's a cat or a dog sleeping in Teresa Goodrich's books. Yeah. Okay, next up, I did quite a few in my Macarons sketchbook by Carla Magana. And let's see, this month, yeah, I did her. And this was really like, sorry, trying to zoom in again. I need to get a better camera set up and everything. Or need. I want to, maybe. Someday when I feel like investing into that. But yeah, I colored her this month. And I just love these images. It's just Polychromos and some gel pen. And as I said before, I happened to get the sketchbook instead of the coloring book, so it's an art book, which means that the paper is already colored. But I'm happy for that mistake, because it means that I can use that to get inspiration for what colors to use. I think I'm probably zoomed in too much. Let's see, one more time. Okay, anyway, and sort of using the paper as an inspiration. I did these two as well. Same style, just Polychromos and maybe some gel pen. I think these two don't even have any gel pen. A lot of fun. Yeah, so I went with blues and reds on her, reds and yellows on her. There's some green in her sleeves as well. And browns and blues on her. And I really like her actually. Like all of them, they're so nice and fun to do. It's just, and it's so relaxing. Everyone should get the sketchbook, like skip the coloring book. No, I'm kidding. To each their own, of course. Okay, here we have the month's failure. Or not. Like, it's okay. The problem, or I'll just show you. Here we go. It's not maybe failure is too harsh, but I feel like I could have done this better. The thing that's bothering me, I think, is the mix of medium. So the fact that the background is this really stark color of Water Beast markers, and then her skin and her hair and her tail, either her tail or her wings, but it's mermaid, so it should be her, like if her body is bent, maybe it's her tail sticking out that way. But it looks more like wings. Anyway, that they are done with a base of pan pastel and pencils on top. And I think the problem is the vividness of the markers versus the more subtle feel to the pencils and pan pastels. And when I started it, I did just the pan pastels first, and it looked really nice. And if I did all the picture in that, I think I would have liked it better. So, but the vividness of the markers then sort of want me to use the vivid colors in all of her, and she's not. And also, like, it's hard to go, or I would ruin my markers if I went over her skin now, because the pan pastel and the pencil would gather on the nib. And I mean, I could always scrub that off, and I don't really own that expensive markers anyway, so maybe it would be worth it. But then again, no. So just yeah, I'm just keeping her like this. Maybe I'll return to her later someday. I could perhaps, like, if I go in burnishing on her skin or her hair and her hair, so if I really press with the pencil, I could probably rival the starkness of the marker background, but not sure. But yeah, we'll see. That's how it goes sometimes. And next up, it's my body color in Zemlja Nova. So I haven't finished this, of course. This is going to be a long project, but I've continued on, and I don't know if you remember, but last month, I think what I did this month was that I blended out the sky with pencil. So it's not just a marker base anymore. You can see the shine also there from the pencil. And I have stuck down a sticky note there. But what I've also done is to go in and start shading the castle. And oh no! The sticky note did a thing. Okay, I'll cover that. It's okay. That's how it goes sometimes. Let's see if I can make it a bit less sticky. It's too good of a sticky note. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So I went in with started shading with Inktense over the water-based marker. And that's done all over the castle, the Inktense layer over the marker, and then this part of the castle is actually finished. It's actually, so what did I do? First the layer of water-based marker, then shading on top with Inktense, and then this one is actually shaded and highlighted with pencils as well. So, yep. That's how all the rest will look in the end. It doesn't look like that big of a difference, but I promise you there will be a difference in the end. And I think I mentioned it last time, I'm planning to make the key shine and the different moth shine. So that's why they have like this white area around them. Not sure what to do with the leaves yet. Like this green will obviously be the lightest color, but not sure if I want to go in shading in blue or purple or in darker green. We'll see. And yeah, that's how far I've come with this one. Next up is apparently in Daydreams. I don't even remember what I did in here. I only write down the books. Oh yeah, okay. So now I remember. I continued on this bug, just mindlessly, or not mindlessly, but like not really, it's not finished yet. I just colored in the green and the blue things weren't there before. And then I'm going to go shading on top with pencils. And I don't think I did anything more in here. Here she is, my little fox, done with water-based markers diluted with water. There's some gel pen as well. You can see it there. And yeah, a lot of fun. There's a bit of polychromos in her eyes and on her nose. But everything else is water-based markers diluted with water. And I'm really happy. It's a lot of fun. I still think her cheek is probably a bit... I don't know where the white should have been here. Or like if I should have shaded this more. Or something. Like for a long while when I was doing the voiceover, I was like, oh, the cheek, it looks like a hamster. Like she's got food in her mouth. But now I'm not so sure how that should be. I guess we could... Here's the, yeah, okay, so here's Anis Tegjera's interpretation of where the white should be on this fox. And here is mine, so it's a lot less white. My fox doesn't have a white spot. But yeah, like that. Next up, or the second to last, or actually this could be the last serious coloring, is the nameplate page here in the Worlds Within Worlds. So I have set myself a challenge this year to color on my Kirby nameplates. So I started on this one, a bit of a fantasy vibe to it. I like how this is going. It has a base or a wash over everything actually. So everything was like this pale blue color, mixture of blue, green, and a bit of purple in watercolor, really diluted and really, oh, and white also to keep it really light. So everything was colored with that, except the whites areas around the text. And I have no bleed through, I think, no. So everything was colored in that. And then I went in with a layer of light Inktense and Albrecht Dürer over the trees, just to darken them up one step from the already lighter layer. And after that was done, I went over the trees with a budget pencil in turquoise, I don't know how to pronounce that in English. Turquoise. Yeah, okay, I don't know, in that color, this color here, the green, blue, everything in that. Or no, the trees just, and that kind of, the shading here is just from the Inktense, mostly. It's like the Inktense is seen through that pencil. And yeah, I like that. Oh, and there's yellow dots also from, I dotted yellow dots randomly. Yeah, kind of like that. We'll see how I'll incorporate the yellow in the end. Because like I usually go for the turquoise color with white. That's a thing I've done a lot of times. But with yellow, I like that weirdness to it. And then I also did some spots in purple in the trees. And yeah, that's how far I've come. Oh, and the background here around is also finished. So it's moved out with pencil on top of the pale aquarelle I had going, watercolor. So this is in progress. We'll see when it will be finished. Oh, and I don't know if you noticed, but like this part of the design was there randomly. It didn't have like, it's a part of a snake, I think. And it doesn't have, in the original design, it didn't have a head or a tail. So I added them, and this was a long time ago, so I added the tail here and the head over here. And I'm kind of thinking I want at least that to be a dark color for some reason. My brain wants that. And I'm kind of thinking I want the fox to be in a dark color as well. And that then makes me wonder. Because the leopard is probably a snow leopard in my version. So he should be, or this is maybe a, I don't know, with those pointy ears, it could be a, what's that called? A Lou cat. Not the puma. I can't remember the English name. You know, with the stuff on the ears. They're not that big cats, but they live in Europe as well. Yeah, enough babbling about this. It's in progress. We'll see if I finish it next month or not. Next. Oh, this is the last one then. So I set myself a challenge to color with my one image per month in with my left hand, so that to sort of see. I would like to flip through this book at the end of the year and see if there's been any progress with my left hand, like if the dexterity increases or stuff like that. I think it would be fun. So I've colored this one, and I'm calling this finished, even though not all of the snowflakes are totally colored in, because this is just too intricate to do with my left hand. So I just shaded in a bit of those in the background. But then in the middle there, you can see my attempt at staying within the lines. It's hard, you guys, to color with your non-dominant hand. And but yeah, we'll see if I get any better at this. It's just a fun little experiment and a fun little challenge. And yeah, so that's it for this. Hope to see you next month. Bye.